What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man, Chaz Ellis, once again, answering the questions that you asked me. I want to make sure you guys all hit up the askchazzellisproject.com. That's where you can go and answer some of these questions that I got on there, like, do you think the radio was wrong for putting Floyd Mayweather on blast for his reading situation? Do you feel that marriage is outdated? Have you ever been in a rebound relationship? Some of these things, just go on there, answer these questions, talk to other people. There's people on there. I'm going to be on there also so we can have a good discourse, go back and forth a little bit. It's fun. Also, you could go on there if you need a consultation, if you need to get access to the email address, if you want to make a donation, whatever you want to do, go to the askchazzellisproject.com. For the most part, you can do that. Read articles, things of that nature. Also, hit me up on Ask Chaz Ellis on Facebook. Get involved in some of these discussions, and I'm also going to be talking about different stuff, putting quotes on there and things of that nature. So check all of those out. Ask Chaz Ellis, Ask Chaz Ellis on Facebook and the askchazzellisproject.com. Also, if you're running out of time to get access to the live stream class of Ask Chaz Ellis Presents the Game Plan, you can also do that on the askchazzellisproject.com. Anyway, the question that I got was, could you tell these dudes what a real man is? That was exactly how it was put to me. Could you tell these dudes what a real man is? So I decided to answer this question. It may not be what you think, may not be what you wanted to hear. Some people gonna dislike. I might lose a few fans, but I feel like if I say something and you don't want to listen to me or talk to me anymore or watch these videos, then you wasn't really my fan anyway, because you was a fan of what you thought I was, not who I really am. So I keep it real, as you know. And one of the biggest things I have to say is, well, I'm just going to put it to you like this. A real man is any male who is an adult. That's what it takes to be a real man. To be a male and be an adult. That means you're a man. If you have gone through puberty and you are a male, then you are a man. Just like if you've gone through puberty and you are a female, you are a woman. So, you know what I mean? That's it. It don't take much to be a man. It don't take nothing to be a man other than that. Now, I know some of y'all thinking, well, I mean a real man. A real man. A real man isn't what you as a female want him to be. A real man is whoever the hell, any man and whoever he is and whatever he want to be. Somewhere along the way in society, in America at least, somebody told women that they get to decide what makes a man a man. What kind of nonsensical bullcrap is that? That doesn't even make sense. I know this is going to piss some of y'all off, and some of y'all become upset by what I'm saying. But it's so damaging to us as a society that people do that. And I don't blame women. I don't blame women. Because if I had the ability to sit here and tell you that doing what I want you to do makes you a real woman, you better damn believe I'm going to do it. A real man takes care of his woman. A real man doesn't cheat. A real man don't hit a woman no matter what. A real man takes care of his kids no matter what relationship he has with the mom. These are some of the stuff you see on Facebook, Twitter, things of that nature, which basically adds up to a real man is doing what I want him to be doing as a woman. I get that. That makes perfect sense to me. I don't blame women for doing that. Who I blame is men, because you got a bunch of these co-signing punk-ass dudes that get up on Facebook, on Twitter, and on television, and they basically just say, a real man, if he's a real man, he does this. If he's a real man, he does that. Basically, that's an opportunity for them to stick their chest out and put other guys down, because they really believe in some far-off universe that this is going to make women like them better. All that does is sell a book, get you on a television show, or something like that. I get that, if you don't really have any morals or whatever, and you want to go out there and say stuff like that because that's going to get you ahead in life, hey, I get it. I still think it's despicable, but I get it. what a lot, and it's damaging to women and men, because basically what society has done over the past 20 years or so is taking the guts out of being a man. And some of y'all women gonna get mad at me. I understand that. Some men are gonna get mad at me. I get that too. But what society does is take the guts out of being a man. And here's what I mean by that. It basically says this. Here's all the responsibility that goes along with being a man. But all of the privilege that used to go along with being a man has been ripped out. You're no longer... My dad taught me when I was little that being a man was the top spot. Being a man has a lot of responsibility involved in it, but it also means that you're the man. The house you live in, you're supposed to be the man of that house. Whatever you're doing in life, you're the man. Now, when you learn that, it makes being a man seem pretty cool. It's something that you want to be. But if somebody was to sit there and tell me, as a man, you're responsible for taking care of this house, you're responsible for doing this, doing that, blah, 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 give me all this list of responsibilities and say, at the end of the day, these are your responsibilities, but we're still on the same exact level in this home. That doesn't make any sense. That's like somebody going to medical school, becoming a doctor, and making $725. Why would someone go to medical school for that? They wouldn't. That's why you have so many men that don't really want to be men anymore, because there's nothing in it for you to be a man. It's like, so you're going to be a man because you're grown and you're a male, but you're not going to sit here and fall into any of the things that your grandfather did. You don't feel like it's your job to take care of a household. You don't feel like it's your job to sacrifice the things that you want for some woman. Why? Because they might leave you and take the kids with you, and all you doing is paying child support. So basically what they're saying now is, I'm keeping it real, and I know some people are going to get mad, but basically what they're saying now is being a man boils down to this: being a babysitter from time to time and a paycheck. That's what they mean when they say a real man takes care of their kids. But if he was to come and say, I don't want my kids to go to this particular school, or I don't want my kids to live in this particular place, you're like, you don't tell me what to do. These are my kids. So it's like you're not really asked to be a man. You're asked to be a servant. And you're asked to do what they tell you to do. And you got a lot of guys sticking their chest out because they're doing that. Or because they're in a situation where they're not being called upon to do that. You know, they might be married to the woman, so they're like, a real man does this and a real man does that. That's because you with the chick, so you ain't got no reason to say all that. You know, the whole, a real man doesn't cheat. It's better not to cheat on people, but you're still a man even if you're cheating. You're doing things that you probably shouldn't do. In our society, we've done this, we've made this move in this direction where women have the ability to have thoughts, feelings, emotions, and to make mistakes and to be at fault and do the wrong thing, and they still maintain their status as a woman. But when a man does anything, he's no longer a real man. So what a message are we sending people? We're saying if you're not perfect, you're not a man, so a man has to be perfect? If a man is perfect, then he should be telling everybody what to do. All real men should be in charge of everything, because that means that to be a real man, he pretty much has to be perfect, so he should be telling all of us what to do. But that's not how we see it. So what happens and what's happened is you got women telling men how to be men, and you got other men co-signing that nonsense. I don't blame women for wanting to tell men how to be men, because it's always nice to be able to tell somebody else what to do. Who wouldn't want to? But I do blame men for co-signing that nonsense, because you think you're going to get some draws, you might sell a book, or you might get on TV. Stop with that bull crap, because we damaging these kids, we damaging these young boys, because they don't really feel like they want to be a man, because they really feel like they're just doing what a woman is telling them to do. Plus, we hit them with this blanket ideology that really doesn't make sense, and this lazy thinking. No real man wouldn't cheat. But it doesn't talk about a cause and effect. This could have happened to cause this man to cheat. These things could be at work in this situation, and nobody looks at that. A real man takes care of his kids no matter what. Man, there's some 16-year-old boys get a girl pregnant, drop out of high school trying to take care of her, can't get a job. She leave them because they're broke, gets another dude, kids calling him daddy, and he can't be in his children's lives. So is he not a real man because he don't have the resources to be in his kids' lives? No, let's look at the situation. Let's look at everything on a case-by-case basis. That's why you got some women running around here with, I'm keeping it real. That's why you got some women running around here with 4 kids, 4 different baby daddies, and calling all of them punks and saying none of them are real men. Maybe at some point we need to start looking at you and what you're doing in your situation. Maybe it's not that, and maybe we need to look at the situation itself. Maybe y'all all coming up in poverty and ain't really got a chance to take care of your family. Maybe we should look at more than just calling people punks and little boys and saying people ain't real men, and start looking at the whole situation and improving it. Let's start looking at people in the totality and not looking at this small thing that happens and going, you're not a real man because that happened, or you're not a real man because you made this decision. That's why we got a lot of people making bad decisions, and guys continue to make bad decisions over and over again because they don't learn from their father's mistakes. You know, I got to learn from my dad's mistakes. I got to learn from my uncle's mistakes because I saw men in their full form, mistakes, flaws, and things of that nature. When my dad did something wrong, my mom never told me he wasn't a real man. When my uncles or something did something wrong, my dad never was like, these ain't real men. He was like, hey, this is a man and this is what a person, these are people first. And people do this, that, and the other. You know, but it doesn't make them any less of a man. It just means that you need to make a different decision if you want your life to turn out better. And if you make some of the same decisions, your life will turn out the same way. But it also teaches you how to pick yourself up. When you understand that being a man means that you are flawed, just like a woman, that you have emotions, that you have feelings and thought processes, and that being a man is something special to you. A woman should think she's the top spot. A man should think he's the top spot. Being a man is something special to me. And because it's something special, it's something I try to live up to. My version of what a man is. Not what some woman told me, not even what my dad told me. As a matter of fact, one of my first things that my dad ever told me, he said, you got to be a man the way you want to be a man. Not the way I tell you and not the way anybody else tells you. So, as a man, it don't matter. You're a real man because you were born a man. So, you don't got to try to be something somebody else wants you to be. And when you fall, you can pick yourself up. You're no less of a man because you made a mistake. You're no less of a man because you did something wrong or because you don't have something. Somebody like, you living with your mama, you broke, you ain't no man. You still a man. You a man that's in transition and trying to get your life together and get what you want out of it. Go back to school and take those steps back. That don't make you no less of a man. If you don't have the money to do this, that, and the other, then don't do it. Get yourself together first. And this is my reach out to men, young boys out here growing up, and also young men out here that feel like you got to have everything to be a man. And you got to have this, and you got to have that, and any mistake you make disqualifies you from being a man. That's not true. I don't care if your mommy told you that. She's not a man. She doesn't know what she's talking about. I ain't no stepping on y'all women's toes, but it is what it is. You're not a man. You know, that's just like me telling somebody you're not a real lawyer. I ain't a lawyer. How the hell would I know? You're a man. You were born a man, and whatever mistakes you make, that don't make you no less of a man. Move forward. You know, and don't let that shit mess you up and mess your life up. And don't feel like you got to do nothing stupid to prove you're a man. You don't got to beat somebody up because they said something to your girlfriend, and that makes you a man. You don't got to kill some other man to feel like you tough, and that makes you a man. You don't got to drop out of school and sell dope because you got a baby, and if you can't take care of that baby financially, you ain't a man. Well, you're going to be in jail, and people going to be raping you, and people going to say you ain't a man because of that too, right? So don't put yourself in that position. Be a man the way you want to be a man. Be a man by doing what you think is right. And that's all you need to do. Somebody else's opinion on a man doesn't mean anything. I can't tell you how to be a man. I can tell you that you were born a man, and whatever man you decide to be from there is on you. And that's the best advice I can give you on it. Once again, it's your man, Chazzellis. Hopefully I was able to help. Maybe I made you mad. Yeah. But make sure you go to the chazzellisproject.com. get involved in some of these discussions that we have, and I might put this on there too, so y'all can talk about it, and just get involved. Also go to Ask Chazzellis on Facebook, and make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with your friends. Peace.